So Squadbusters recently hosted a Q&A with both community managers Paula and Adrian. And in this Q&A, we have answers to what's going to be happening in the next April update, the return of the Transformers event, and some other things as well. Now, there's a lot of information that I'm going to be giving you guys, so there will be timestamps on the video, but let's just get into it. Is Squadbusters going to have an esports in the future? That was the first question that was asked, and to this, the team has said, the game, since it's been released, has been more of a casual game, and esports and tournaments usually come from the top players. And well, the game just isn't competitive yet, but with April's update, we'll touch on this in a little bit, don't worry, they think that the game will become a lot more competitive. Now, firstly, this probably will show you guys how big April's update is going to be and how much it's going to change the game, at least at a base level. But another thing they mentioned was looking into making custom lobbies. So a game where you can set your own modifier, your own map, and maybe your own rules. Now, this is something that they might do after the core game changes, which is happening in April. So it's not something that they're currently working on, but something they want to work on. How many new characters are going to be added to the game this year? Now, this is the question I'm most excited for, because for a game which is about building up a squad, only having 39 troops is crazy. So what they said was right now, the priority is April's update. But between now and the end of summer, so August, the team will have added, confirmed, at least 4 new characters, maybe even 5. And this is going to be before the end of summer. Now, we already know the Musketeer is going to be coming out after the April update. So between after the April update and summer, August, we are getting at least 4 more units. Will characters from cancelled games be added to Squadbusters? The answer is yes. The team do want to add characters from other killed Supercell games. In fact, I'm not sure how many of you guys know this, but Mavis actually isn't from Heyday, it's from Heyday Pop, a deleted Supercell game. So they've already done this in the past, but it's not going to be anytime soon. In fact, the 4 to 5 new characters being added are not going to be from a deleted Supercell game. Will Squadbusters have original characters one day? Now, to me, I can already think of the character on top of the castle in the middle of the plaza, which I think we all know it's Paula, isn't it? But to this, the team has said, yes, that is the hope. And in fact, I'm actually just going to play you the clip because there's a lot we can get from this.
There's clearly like the potential for original characters, and stay tuned. We're gonna explore that, and more than likely you'll hopefully see something sooner than later, but yes, that is definitely in the works.
And well, there you go. Original characters to Squadbusters is already in the works, which to me, I mean, I don't really care. I just want new characters. I don't care where they come from, but for you guys, maybe you're excited for that. When will the Transformers event come back? Now, this actually has a really exciting answer because the Transformers event is going to officially be coming back next week. Yes, very, very soon. So if you don't have Elite 1 or Optimus Prime, you will now have the opportunity to get those troops back. And the way it will work is you'll get Energon from battle, and with that Energon, you can then use it in the shop to buy the troops. So a bit like the Hatchling Run shop. In fact, I'll just play you guys the clip so you can see what they said.
And it will be actually slightly different. It will have all the cool stuff that you liked from the previous event, but like we might, you know, have like a similar kind of shop as we had in Hatchlings, in the Hatchling event, because everyone loved that. So hopefully, and we're still working on it and like figuring out the details, but hopefully you will be able to use the Energon that you collect from the matches in the shop to get the characters if you missed the last event, or to get all the like resources if you already have the characters.
And there you go. Looks like we're going to be getting the event back, and it's going to be working a little bit like Hatchling Run shop. When will the Hatchling Run event come back? So this event is actually going to be coming back before the next update. In fact, it's going to be coming out in March again. So in only a couple weeks, we'll be getting another Hatchling Run event, and it's going to be super similar to the first one, although a couple points that the team made were, firstly, you know how you finish Hatchling Run, and then on that 7th bonus round, you get like only 2 or 3 chickens, and then you finish the game? Well, they want to make completing the game a lot more rewarding, so what's supposed to happen is it's supposed to spawn like 100 chickens in that final round, and then you're supposed to get many and many all into middle, and then get like an extra 50 or 60 in that final round as a bonus. Well, that will be happening not in the next Hatchling Run event, so not in March, but after April, because obviously they have to fix the code for that, and then the update's in April, so they can't do it before. They also said they wanted to make different difficulty levels for Hatchling Run. This is in the future though, not in March. And they did say they plan to add maybe some of the forest skins in the next Hatchling Run event in March. And another bonus thing that some of you guys might be excited to hear is they also do plan to do more PvE events in the future. It's something that they thought was pretty successful and they plan to do more of. Will the next collab be Superman? And this is an interesting one because I remember saying months ago that I think the next collab is going to be Superman, but no, there is not going to be a Superman collab coming out. Although they did mention that they are working on the next collab already, and we should stay tuned because we will be finding out soon what the next collab is. When will the next Ultimates be released? So at the moment, the team do not have any concrete plans to add any new Ultimates in the near future, but they said, obviously, more Ultimates will be coming out, and it's not a priority right now, but it will become the priority. They said that they want to make Ultimates a lot easier to get first, so that means maybe making it so you need less Ultras to get an Ultimate in April's update. They said it's happening pretty soon, so pretty soon, Ultimates will be easier to get, and then adding new Ultimates will be the priority, I guess, after April. What is happening in April's update? And here it is. What you guys are all interested for is the game Cooked. So this update is going to completely change the way that we play the game. They said this should add skill and make it a lot more competitive. But also, they're going to change the way you control your squad, which to me, it seems like they're going to change the game in such a big way to where maybe some people don't enjoy what they've changed to the game, because I feel like it's going to be a bit of a Squad Busters 2.0, you know, like they're just completely changing it up. They also said that the next update is planned to come out in April, as we're all aware of, but they're not promising it. In fact, there could be some delays. We might even get the update in May. So I would expect about 2 months until the next update. It might take a bit longer. They will let us know though if it takes longer, so do not worry. How significant are the combat changes for April's update? So we already know that the April update is going to really change the way that the game works, but is it going to change the game so much to the point where it's just not the same game anymore and we have to relearn the game from the ground up? Well, the changes are going to be very significant. It's going to be, what they said is 5 times as different as what we've previously experienced in the game. And yes, your skill will carry over from what you've learned now to the new system, I guess. They don't want to alienate players who have already spent so much time on the game by making it a different game, so the new system will still feel familiar, but the goal is to reach new players. And that means making it so you need to make more decisions inside and outside of battles. So for example, what troops you decide to go into battle with might really change the way that you play the game. Right now, it doesn't really. I guess if you get a Mavis or you don't get a Mavis. And more control over specific characters. Also, these changes will be a lot less casual and they should be more skill-based. That's kind of the summary for that. Describe the April update in one word. So to this, Paula said brave and Adrian said radical. So it really seems like this game is going to change big time, and I think it's the right approach. We all know that Brawl Stars got like some big aggressive updates and then it just started blowing up. I think that's what Squad Busters needs, some aggressive updates that really change things. They need to be brave, exactly, and radical, you know, completely change things up and see what works and what doesn't work. Will skins become more special in the future? Now, this actually had an interesting answer because the first thing they said is yes, they do plan to make skins more special and to have special effects for them. For example, they've already made it so the PB skin now has flying peas around her, but this is in the dev build. We won't see this change until the next April update. But they do plan to add more things like this to make skins feel more special. It just takes time, and obviously they've said this a lot, but the priority is April's update. Other things will come afterwards. Anyways, let's do some 5 quick fire questions here. First of all, will Miner get nerfed? Was a question that they got. Yes, it probably will. When they actually made the list for troops that needed nerfs in the February update, somehow Miner slipped through the cracks. That's what they said. So we can expect a small Miner nerf soon. Will we ever be able to change our names again? Now, this is an interesting question, but the community managers kept asking the devs, but usually there isn't enough time to make it happen. But they're going to keep trying, and hopefully soon we'll get the ability to change our names more than once. Are there any plans for clans/clubs to come out? So this is the same with most things. Eventually, yes, clans or clubs will come out, but it's not something that they're working on because the main priority is April. Will they do a Supercell make in Squad Busters? Some of you guys will know in the other games you can make like skins for Clash Royale or Brawl Stars, and then they can get added to the game. Well, yes, this is something they want to do, but they also have some ideas for people maybe to to make a custom mode or a custom modifier, and then that would be in the Supercell May. Just something interesting. And finally, will we be able to visit other people's plaza in the future? So they said this is possible, but it's not a priority. So I don't really expect this to happen, guys. But something more important got said.
Stay tuned, because in the next couple of events and things, you might see something happening in somewhere in the game.
Let's continue.
But anyways, that's
Now that was funny, but also interesting because it was quite clear Paula was trying to tell Adrian, shush, you're sharing a little bit too much information. So something is going to happen to our plaza in the next couple of events. What could that be? I don't know. Something's gonna happen to our plaza. He made it seem like a big deal, not a small little event or a new little decoration. It seems like it might be something serious, but who knows? We'll find out whenever it happens. Anyways, I'm gonna leave it there. I covered all the important information, but if you guys enjoyed the video, please use code Claz in the Squad Busters shop if you ever do decide to buy anything, and check out my last video on screen here if you wanna watch more from me. Bye-bye.